How do some religious and spiritual narcissists spread hate by misleading us into becoming fanatics through four cunning ways? Let's learn the tricks they use to brainwash us. Number 1, control us using fear. In order to control or manipulate someone, we must first instill fear in them and convince them that they are under some kind of threat. Similarly, some religious and spiritual narcissists, they will try to instill fear in you, in all of us. Okay? They will give us a fear of illusion that our religious or our spiritual community is under some kind of threat. And they will present half-truth evidence to convince us. Okay? They will lie to us that our religion is under some kind of threat. They will convince us that other religion or other spiritual communities is a threat for our religion, is a threat for our community. Okay? So this is how they control and manipulate us. They will present to us half-truth evidence. If it's a pure lie, we'll easily find out, am I right? So they will produce half-truth evidence to convince us that we are under some kind of threat, that other religion and other spiritual community are a threat to us. Usually many political parties will use such techniques to brainwash us. Meanwhile, some others may try to instill fear in us by telling that if we don't join them, we will be punished by God, or we will be facing some kind of destruction if we don't join them. Know this tactic. Number 2, misusing spiritual and religious teaching to spread hate. Usually, this narcissist, so you have to understand that religious narcissist or spiritual narcissist can exist in any religion. Okay, so they will criticize other religion in order to elevate their own religion. Okay, see, if you want to praise your religion, go ahead, but why do you need to criticize another religion for it? Am I right? But these people, they use the technique to criticize other religion only to elevate their own religion, to show that it's superior. Only a narcissist will do such things. Normal devotees, they don't get into this nonsense. Okay, so they also will take one part of their spiritual or religious teachings, one phrase, one section of their spiritual or religious teaching, and misuse those teachings to spread hate and fear, to create division among people. Recently, I saw one Facebook group related to one religion. They misused Swami Vivekananda's quote to spread hate and fear. Okay? Swami Vivekananda said those words for some other reason. They misused Swami Vivekananda's teachings. They took one phrase of his teaching and misused it to spread hate and fear. So right now, I'm going to show you a page where I've written, okay, the original conversation that took part between Swami Vivekananda and his disciple. Those who don't know Swami Vivekananda is an enlightened ascended master, a well-known enlightened ascended master. Okay, so we will look at the conversation, the original conversation between him and disciple, and how some religious narcissists, they only took one phrase of his conversation and use it to spread hate. So I will show you the written conversation, okay, between Swami Vivekananda and his disciple. So look at the words carefully, especially the one I highlighted in red. Okay, so the disciple will say, "Sir, it was very remarkable that Guru Govind could unite both Hindus and Muslims within the fold of his religion and lead them both towards the same end, in Indian history, no other example of this can be found. So now you can see Swami Vivekananda reply to the disciple. Now pay attention to the first word that I highlighted in red. Okay, men can never be united unless there is a bond of common interest. You can never unite people merely by getting up meetings, societies and lectures if their interests be not one and the same. Guru Govind made it understood everywhere that the men of his age, be they Hindus or Muslims, were living under a regime of profound injustice and oppression. He did not create any common interests. He only pointed it out to the masses. And so both Hindus and Muslims followed him. He was a great worshipper of Shakti. Yet in Indian history, such an example is indeed very rare. Now, in that conversation, Swami Vivekananda spoke about uniting people from two religions together for a purpose. However, this one particular religious narcissistic team that I saw in the Facebook only took that one particular phrase that says, man can never be united unless there is a bond of common interests. They use this phrase to spread hate among those two religious community and support a crime. Okay, they used that quote to encourage their religious followers to unite against other followers from a different religion and support a person who committed crime just because he belongs to their religion. So they cited that particular quote in their Facebook page. They cited that particular quote of Swami Vivekananda that said that man must be united. Okay, that particular quote to spread hate against other religion. They cited the Swami Vivekananda's quote and then they said, we must unite to go against followers from the other religion and attack them. Okay, it's because according to them, people from their religion are not united. Okay, so they used his quote to say that, see, Swami Vivekananda itself said that we must be united. So we must be united to go against followers of other religion and support leader X crime. Okay, there was a leader X, let's call him as leader X, leader of their particular religion's leader. Okay, they say let's support that leader's crime because he belongs to our religion, something along the lines. They cited Swami Vivekananda's quote and say, let's unite to go against the followers from other religion and support the other leader who committed a crime just because he belongs to our religion. Do you see how a religious or spiritual narcissist misuse the teachings of our great gurus, great spiritual teachings, great religious teachings to spread hate, to bully, to make us into fanatics and spread hate and create division among people from different religion? Narcissists can exist in any religion. So let's say if you belong to religion X and you say people from religion Y are always fanatics, they are against us, so we also must be fanatics. You have to understand one thing. I'm very sure it's not people from religion Y are fanatics. There are a group of narcissists exist in their religion, exist in all the religion. They are the one brainwashing some people in their community. There are lots of other good, kind people in every religion. Okay? Number 3, a religion or spiritual narcissist, they usually share half truth. Like we saw how they shared Swami Vivekananda's quote using half truth. They only shared half truth. They didn't share the whole truth. Okay? Half truth is more dangerous than pure lies. Why? Because if something is a pure lie, we can easily detect it. But if you mix it with half truth, half lies, it's going to be very difficult for us to detect a liar. So, a religious or spiritual narcissist, they usually present to us half-truth evidence. For example, they will deliberately create a problem and will deliberately put the blame onto someone from another religion. It won't even be a problem. They deliberately create a problem in order to blame people from another religion that they don't like. And sometimes there will be a real crime which happened, which would have been done by people from their own religion, their own community, but they deliberately will twist the truth and say that it was done by people from another religion. They present to us half-truth. They will deliberately change the name of the criminal. I've seen this many times in many different countries. A thorough, deep investigation have revealed the truth many times. Okay, so when they did a thorough investigation, only then they found out that the information which was given there was a false one. So do not believe any news that you see through WhatsApp. You know this WhatsApp news? They will just deliberately spread the wrong information, fake information, half-truth information. They deliberately change the name of the criminal. Why do they do this? Because they want to create an illusion that you are under threat, that your community, your religion is under threat. They don't like to see unity. They don't like to see us united. And they exist in any religion. These narcissists can exist in any religion. Okay? They are the black mark for their own religion or spiritual community. Because of some people from certain religion behave like that, we think the whole religion is a bad thing. Or we think that whole spiritual community are bad people. Okay? Number 4, support crimes. Some religious and spiritual narcissists usually will brainwash their community to support the crimes done by their leaders just because they belong to their religion or spiritual community. Okay? See, they don't care whether they are criminals or not. They will deliberately support them just because they belong to their religious or spiritual community. So they will take every attack that's done against the crime done by their spiritual or religious leader as an attack against their religion or spiritual community. Okay? Every attack against that spiritual or religious leader's crime will be taken as an attack against their religion. Rather than looking at it as a criminal or social issue, they look at it as a religious issue. If a leader of any religion or spiritual community have done a crime, it's a crime. He's a criminal. Criminal has no religion or spirituality. Am I right? We have to look at it as a crime, as a criminal issue, social issues. But narcissists, religious or spiritual narcissists, they will brainwash us to look at these crimes done by those religious people as a religious issue. Okay? So we will take it personally. Rather than looking at it as a criminal issue, rather than looking at it as a crime, we'll take it as a personal attack against our own religion. They brainwash us to look at it as an attack against our religion or against our spiritual community. See, you have to understand something. Let's say there is a fake spiritual leader. Okay, he has done a crime. His followers naturally will support him because they've been brainwashed. They would have benefited something from him, because usually fake spiritual leader, they always share half-truth, and you will benefit something, at least something from that half-truth, because they will copy other teachers' teachings. Okay, so their followers will naturally support them. Okay, however, how about people who are not that spiritual leader's followers, who are not following that leader? Those people also will support that leader just because he belongs to their religion. Do you understand? Now that becomes a problem. Okay, because they've been brainwashed by that narcissist to look at it as a religious issue rather than looking at it as a criminal issue. We have to understand something. Spiritual and religious narcissists are not religious or spiritual at all. They are not interested with your religious or spiritual teachings. They might pretend to be a devotee. They might pretend to be religious or spiritual. But that's just to deceive you. They are not interested with your teachings. Okay? They are not religious people. They are not spiritual people. They are just bullies, fanatics, opportunists, and have hidden agenda to manipulate all of us. They are not interested with any of their religious or spiritual teachings. They only pretend to be interested. Many of them are not even well versed in their religious or spiritual teachings. They are not even, many of them don't even meditate or engage in deep spiritual work apart from visiting their worshipping places. That's the only thing they might do, many of them. Meanwhile, there is one group of religious narcissists or spiritual narcissists. They are very knowledgeable. They are just scholars. Scholars means they only have book knowledge. They don't have wisdom. So they misinterpret their religious teaching to mislead you. Do you understand? So there's two groups. One, they are not well versed in their religious or spiritual teaching, and they wouldn't have meditated, they wouldn't have done deep spiritual work apart from visiting their worshipping places. Meanwhile, there's another group that's even more dangerous. They'll appear to be very knowledgeable. They have all the knowledge because they just memorize the book. They have book knowledge, but they have no wisdom. That's even more dangerous than the first one. Okay? So they don't follow their religious teaching. For example, their religion or their spiritual teachings might teach them to be loving, support justice, be truthful, be honest. However, these people's actions may oppose those teachings by supporting injustice and spreading hate. Okay? They don't even follow their teachings. Wake up, spiritual warriors. Wake up to the truth about this narcissist. Stop allowing them to manipulate and deceive you. Following their actions will lead you to get stuck in bad karmic cycle. It's not a spiritual progress for you. It will be a spiritual regress. You will spiritually regress rather than progressing. You will get stuck in the bad karmic cycle by following their teachings, by following their actions. That's not really your religious or spiritual teachings. Am I right? Most of the religion and the spiritual teaching teaches love, compassion, respect. Okay, wake up, awake, alert, arise until you achieve the goal. It's the words of Swami Vivekananda. Goal here is to awake to the truth, be an embodiment of truth. Don't allow this narcissist to deceive and manipulate you. Narcissists can exist in any religion. There are good and bad people in every community and religion. Let me know what you think about this topic. Thank you.